Hey, so I'm in a lake house in the middle of the woods with my friends. We've only been here for a few hours, but everyone seems on edge, including myself. We found a goat in the woods and now they say they keep hearing things from the woods. I can't hear anything, but I have cochlear implants and often miss small noises. They have been getting messed up though. I want to know if anything sounds weird from an outsider's POV, so I'm posting it here. I might as well start from the beginning. I have known for a long time that this town was fucked, especially the woods. I don't know how true it is, but there was one nationally covered case from my town from when I was around 2 years old in 2006. It's relatively known in conspiracy circles and has been covered by some horror YouTubers and missing 411 books. Some college kid disappeared off the face of the earth before, suddenly, returning. He came back with a ton of trauma, mental and physical, and said he was in hell. Or rather he said it was like he was in hell. I believe he's some kind of agnostic nowadays according to some of his newer books. He just said he saw demons and shit. Obviously this led to speculation of cults, ghosts, whatever. On top of this, like any small town, we had decades of folk tales, urban legends, all trying to communicate to kids that they're not to wander alone into the woods. I was obsessed with them, reading and sharing them with friends late at night on camping trips. I just never thought I'd be front and center to it. Maybe they're just gaslighting themselves or playing a prank, but it has definitely been weird. Until last week, I hadn't been back to Fallsboro, PA since I graduated high school 3 years ago. I have been in Philly, studying pre-med biology at UPenn while trying to keep some kind of social life. It did not work well. I found out quickly that it is hard to balance Ivy League workloads with friends. I made some, but they were typically just study friends or people I met from my rock climbing club. I never really got too close to anyone, even my roommates. I didn't tea party much because I couldn't make time. Even when I could, the music fucks with my implants, so I couldn't really talk to new people unless they could sign. Unsurprisingly, few people know how, so I just try to limit the time I spend in noisy places so I don't need to depend on it. The first few summers the first just stayed, working on some internships so I can pad out my resume for med school. I started feeling profoundly alone in a way I can't really describe. They always say it's hard to adjust, but Jesus, I didn't fully understand the depression that comes with it. So, since I felt like I had a good chance of just calling it all quits, I decided to take a summer off. I still had a great shot at med school, especially if I stay at UPenn. 3 summer internships, shadowing during the semesters, a 3.98 GPA, scoring well on practice cats, on set to graduate a semester early. I was good. I just needed a break before my final semester. I of course would mix in MCAT practice. My test is scheduled for September, but I just needed rest. More than that, I needed to see my friends. So, I called my mom, asked her if I could stay over for the summer. She said of course, she missed her little girl. I only saw her when she flew me out to my Uncle S house in Vermont for my winter breaks. Besides that, I rarely saw her, though I tried to call at least weekly. So, on the final day of finals, I said bye to my professors, my advisor, and the scant few friends I made. Then I packed and went to bed. I didn't text my friends yet about wanting to meet up. I kept in touch, but I didn't want to risk them saying no too early. I knew that I wouldn't go back if they said no, and I knew that I needed to get away from the city. I liked Philly well enough, but I felt like I needed to see those woods just one more time. The next day, I woke up early, brushed my teeth before throwing my toothbrush into a Ziploc bag. I bought a Rockstar from the vending machine down the hall because I packed up my French press already. My mom was supposed to be there like 2 hours after I woke up. I used that time to shower, which is a time I have come to cherish since I got my implants. Taking off the clunky earpiece is nice sometimes. Feeling the patter of water on my head, smelling the smell of my lavender soap, seeing the light interrupted by the smog of steam, all while in complete silence. It makes me feel serene, safe even if I am basically removing a sensory organ. I was in there for almost an hour. Once I got out, I brushed my hair, did bare minimum skin care and makeup, and nuked and ate a frozen breakfast sandwich. After I finished my routine and packed, I still had an hour left that I just spent reading the bell jar. When my mom arrived, she called me. I got everything and put it in her car. I can drive, but I never bothered wasting money on a car because I live so close to campus. I offered to drive back. It's nearly a 3-hour drive to and from Fallsboro, but she said, "Nah, don't worry about it, Willie. Your old mom is still as energetic as ever. Plus I wouldn't put my life in the hands of your driving." She laughed in her obnoxious, charming way and checked me with her shoulder. I noticed she started signing but then switched to talking. It was kinda cute, alright, Mom. Whatever you say. I laughed back. We drove back, mostly in silence. We talked a bit, mostly about school. It was weird talking to her, or talking at all. My voice is still weird to me. I had to readjust to talking and did some voice training, but it's still weird. After a while I just stopped talking to my mom and decided to text my friends finally to make plans for next week. I made a group chat with my 4 closest friends. Let us just call them Ashley, Britt, Avery, and Skylar. All fake names. They're all girls except Avery. My dad didn't like me having a guy friend growing up. I think he still thinks we dated. That was never an issue with Avery, trust me, but he wouldn't know that. He has probably figured it out by now. Hey girlies, including Avery. How is everyone doing? I am back home for the summer, for once, and want to see if we all want to plan something. Could be fun. I sent it then ignored my phone for the rest of the drive. I simply just looked into the trees and let my thoughts run wild. I am an anxious person, but I like that. I like the tightness in my chest. I like feeling like something bad may happen. It helps me tune out things that actually matter. I ignored every buzz of my phone. I pulled out Wuthering Heights from my bag eventually and just read until we pulled up into that old driveway. That house was weird to see. It looked like many other 1860s Victorian-style homes, but no house was exactly like it. It was full of me, of who I was. It was where my friends would hang out, where we told ghost stories. We used to think it was haunted, but it was just old. I walked in, plopped on the new couch my mom must have bought while I was gone. My mom said Dad was in the room taking a nap and she was going to make me a snack. I used the time to browse on my phone. After a hearty amount of doom scrolling through Instagram Reels to fully turn my brain off, I saw a notif from the group chat. When I checked the messages, I saw everyone responded. Avery, fuck yeah, Wills. Need something to do while I'm back in this shithole, lol. I got my Uncle S lake house when he croaked, so why all can come here. There's only 3 rooms though, so the girlies gotta share Skylar, obvi bitch. I miss your face. I call sharing a bed with Willow. No homo Ashley, oh yeah, sure. I'm down Brit, as long as Avery kicks out his roommate. Dude is weird Avery, Clyde is great once you get to know him. Plus he is hot lol Brit. You just like his dick and the fact he has money to buy you things lol Avery. I plead the 5th reading this, I responded. Me, shut up lol. Well, that sounds like